right. Well, I did what I said I was gonna do. I woke up early. Try and get a stream in today. So that's what we're gonna do. Sorry, just getting some stuff finished up, setting up the flights and all that kind of stuff. I kind of was on a time crunch getting this started, but today we are going to be in the 737 again. I know last night I was talking about flying the Airbus, but I've been enjoying the 737 a lot lately. So, hey, Braden, what's up, my man? How you doing? We're gonna keep flying the 7-3 around until I feel it's time for a change, which will probably be soon. Um, we're on the ground in Phoenix here in the 737 in American's Trans World Airlines retro livery. It's a gorgeous livery. I love the way this looks. And we're going to be flying down to Albuquerque. We'll have a quick layover out in Albuquerque, and then we'll get our way down to Dallas. Shouldn't be too long, just a couple of flights, and then I figured as much. Braden, what's up, Yosh? We're gonna go ahead and get into the airplane, get things set up. I'm probably gonna move relatively quickly to get the airplane in the air as soon as I can, because I am on a little bit of a time crunch today. I got work at 3 o'clock my time, which is Pacific time. So we're gonna go ahead and get things fired up. We do have ATC online, if I'm not mistaken. We have ATC Albuquerque Center and Dallas Fort Worth Center are online as of right now, or maybe not. They all both went offline. Wow. It never fails every time I want to fly on VATSIM. Granted, I don't plan my routes around VATSIM's air traffic control coverage. I do my routes as I want to fly, but when I saw that Albuquerque and Dallas were online, or Fort Worth Center was online, I wanted to get some flying in with ATC. These last couple of times we've flown there hasn't really been too much ATC. Might be a little bit of weather going into Dallas. There's some pretty major thunderstorms over Oklahoma and Oklahoma City that I think are moving southbound, but I could be wrong. We'll play it by ear once we get in the air from Albuquerque to Dallas. But let's go ahead and get into the cockpit, get everything all set up, ready to go, and get this thing in the air. Let's get all connected to VATSIM, which we are. Our call sign today is going to be American 487 down to Albuquerque. We're in a cold and dark state, as we typically are. I'm going to get the battery on. Again, I did it again. I have to get explain the sounds up before I start this. Alright, so battery power is on. Arm the emergency lights, keep ground power started. Let me know how the audio levels are, if it's too quiet simulator-wise, or if my voice is too loud, just let me know, I'll adjust. Alright, let's go ahead and get started with our flows. The IRS to the nav position on both sides. Test the flight recorder. Test stall warning once the hydraulics are pressurized. Down, start our flows. Yaw damper can stay off, that's fine. Fuel pumps can stay off for right now, we don't have any fuel on board. Ground power is established. Gens look fine. Seatbelt sign on once fuel is on board. The window heat on. Row B can stay off. Hydraulics are fine. The isolation valve will go open, or I'm sorry, auto. We're going to be cruising at 29,000 feet down to Albuquerque today. It's a relatively short flight in the air. I think it's 46 minutes airtime, so we're not going to be going up too high. Albuquerque has a landing elevation of, it's pretty high, 5,355 feet. So we're going to do 5,350 in the landing altitude. Alright, we're all good up top. Weather in Phoenix as it sits right now. Winds are 130 at 5, 10 statute mile visibility, no clouds, temperature's 31 degrees, 2.5 altimeter 2990. Cool. So 2990 in the altimeter, we'll go ahead and get that set right now. Let's go ahead and head down into our tablet. Fuel weight and balance, go over to payload. Fuel on board for today, we need, get my flight plan up, 14,424, so we'll do 14,424, just do it exactly what it's saying, that's fine. zero fuel weight of 134.2, which means we need to add about 40,000 pounds to our payload. I think it's 39,200. So we'll do 39.2 for right now. Airplane get all loaded up. Relatively heavy. The wind's at 130. We'll probably depart off at 8. All right, 134.2 and a 0 fuel weight. Perfect. All right. Let's come down to our FMC. Pause the net page. We're on the ground in Phoenix, KPHX. Switch over, grab our GPS left position, throw it to the IRS. Route Phoenix to Albuquerque, KABQ is the identifier. American 487. We're going to be planned departing 8. 8 sounds good to me. Activate and execute that. From there, we're going to come over to our departure page. Departure, runway 8. We are going to be departing off of... Departing the, what is it, 4.1 departure, yeah, 4.1. So 4.1 departure to the St. John's transitions, Sierra Juliet November POR. Get that activated. From there, we're going to be jumping directly onto our arrival into Albuquerque. What are the winds in Albuquerque right now? What the weather looks like right now? Winds are 0 at 0, 10 statute mile visibility, no clouds. Cool. So if I check flight radar, just to see what runways they're operating, if I am not mistaken, if memory serves me correctly, and it's been a minute since I've flown them, we're either going to land on 8 or 3. Runway 8 or 3. We're going to plan for runway 3. I've never done that, a runway, so I'm going to land on 3. That sounds like a little fun to me. And flight radar, there's a Southwest 73 landing on 3 right now, so we'll just do the same thing. We're going to be doing that via... just looking at the chart here real quick. No, we're not going to be doing a VOR. Not doing it via Comro, so we're going to have no via. We're going to be flying the Burrito 1 arrival, the tamale transition. So that is such a cool arrival. Burrito, tamale, 2 of my favorite foods. Alright, then we'll execute that, come over to our legs page, clear this discontinuity out. And then from there, get some things on the overhead done. Do we have fuel in the center pumps today? No, we do not. So we're going to get our fuel pumps going. Get our APU started. We'll come down, we'll come to our init rev page. We need 13.9 on the takeoff. Minimum takeoff fuel of 13,900 pounds. So we're going to be planning. Trip is 5.1, continuous 1.1, alternate 3.9, reserves are 3.7. So. We're going to do a cost index of 35 today. It's a short flight. We're going to cruising at 29,000. Optimal is 28.6, but that is fine. Cruise winds today average are 268 at 5.5. The ISA deviation of plus 12. I'll come over to takeoffs. I'll go ahead and do a derated takeoff, derated climb, flaps 5. 4.75 winds in Phoenix. What did I say they were? 130 at 7? Goodness, excuse me, 130 at 5. Alright, V1 at 140, rotate 141, 148 on the V2. One thing I wanted to do, I haven't done yet. is the general configuration. Let's see. I want to turn off the callouts. Yeah, callouts. First officer callouts, no. Perfect. Yeah, wanted to turn off the first officer callouts. Alright, save that. Alright, APU is on and running. We'll get the gens started, get the APU bleed going, get the packs on, get some air conditioning into the airplane. And we should be good. I did do that driver update. I mean, I was having all those screen flickers yesterday. I did do the driver update as soon as I ended the stream, so hopefully we won't have any of that today. So I'm so used to flying at nighttime. Alright, so the St. John's VOR, I just wanted to get rid of the glide slope diamonds on the PFD. St. John's VOR is 112.3, so I'm going to go ahead and tune that. I'm just going to get that tuned in the active, so we can track that. 2000 in the standby, we have no ATC online, so we're on Unicom frequency. Top altitude's going to be 29,000 feet. Again, we don't have ATC online, so we're just going to go all the way up to 29,000. If we did have ATC online, we'd be getting our initial altitude by our IFR clearance. Our V2 is 148. We're going to do that plus 15, so we're going to go to 163. Flight Director Master, Flight Director Secondary, and we are looking good so far. We'll go ahead and get the ground power disconnected. That disconnected, and we should be good to get pushed back from the gate. Let's get the jetway going, call better pushback, get our tug up.
Hey Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Right there, so looks good to me.
Great news, Captain, your tow's coming.
Yeah, we're probably going to depart runway 8. If I'm going to assume that's they're operating, landing and departing east, so let me double check and see what they're doing. IRL. Oh yeah, Phoenix is a disaster right now. They're departing off the 25s. We're going to take runway 8 because I don't believe we have anybody besides us and maybe one more other plane. Yeah, it's just us and one more. We'll depart runway 8. Just make sure we make our call outs. We do have traffic in the area. It's such a cool looking livery, man. I love this thing. Probably fly this one down to Albuquerque, and we might jump into another retro, maybe AirCal or...
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect. Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Excuse me, guys, just sending a quick message. Alright, they're connected. We're going to go and disconnect the parking brake.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
And we're clear to start 1 and 2. Get our seatbelt signs on. Alright, we're pushback cleared from the gate. We're going to go ahead and turn number 1. Turn the backs off, Mike. You gotta do that. There we go. N2's on the rise, looking for 25%. Okay, it's 25%. Introduce the fuel. We had a good start, which we did. Start valves closed. We're going to go ahead and turn number 2. Start valves opening. Got N2 on the rise. Again, looking for 25% for the usual.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Here's your set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Alright, there's 25%. Go ahead and introduce fuel. And the startup sounds in a LevelUp 7.3 are just magnificent. That was a good start on 2. We'll go ahead and get the pitot heat running. Get our hydraulics pressurized. Packs are coming on. Engine 1 and 2. Generators can come on. APU bleed's coming off. Kill the APU.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Yaw damper, come on. APU's coming off.
Phoenix traffic, Scouts 3012. We're taxiing from the Bravo gates to runway 7 left by Romeo and Echo Phoenix traffic.
Yep, so there's that other plane. I believe it's the CRJ. It's going to 7 left. We're going to be going to runway 8, which is fine. Alright, there's a signal in the pin. Brakes set to RTO. Flaps set to 5. Quick recall. Again, I think I already did it, but I can't remember if I did or not. Looking good, looking good. Our anti-collision light on. It should have been on, but to each their own. Alright. Let's go ahead and get taxied out. After start checklist, anti-ice is as required, generators are on, air conditioning bleeds have been set, recall has been checked, flaps are set, flight controls do a quick flight control check. Go full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudders full left, full right, neutral, flight controls are free and correct. And let's get this baby moving. Simulator down just a bit for you guys so it's not overbearingly loud. And we are coming out of Concourse 1. If I'm not mistaken. Concourse 1 on the north side. Check the right side. CRJ coming out somewhere, unless he went to the other side. He did. Alright. We're taxing all the way down via Charlie.
Jake American 1823 is taxiing runway 7 left via Charlie, Sierra, Echo, Phoenix.
just called. He was taxiing to 7 left. Everyone's having a good day so far. I myself, slept for a few hours, woke up, went and picked up my fiance from the airport. Traffic was absolutely terrible on the way there, so I got my frustrations out early. We got home and she got ready to go to work, and I hopped online. I work later today, and hopefully this waking up early and staying awake will set me up to have a better schedule so I can start live streaming a bit more during the morning time versus live streaming at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning like I have in the past couple of nights. Let's go ahead and get the auto throttle armed, arm VNAV and LNAV. Switches over to continuous. You're looking good so far.
Phoenix traffic, Southwest 3012, we are lining up the runway 7 left, Phoenix.
So there's that traffic over there lining up on 7 left on the opposite side of the airport. I launched smart cars, didn't I? Yes, I did. Some good taxi speed going. Rule of thumb is I don't like to exceed 20 knots on the taxi. I like to stay between 15 and 20. Anything above 20, you're kind of booking it. That's Southwest taxi, in my opinion.
Phoenix traffic, Southwest 3012, we're rolling runway 7 left, departing out on the Keens 2 with a harbor transition for Phoenix.
American Virtual. I am coming up on a promotion via rank.
Phoenix traffic, American 1823 is lining up and waiting on runway 7 left. Phoenix.
I'm a senior captain with American Virtual right now. Got some promotional hours when I got promoted to hub manager for LAX. But I got about 20 hours to go, or 20 hours to log once to get the senior command captain promotion. Don't see anyone on final. Or is anybody on TCAS? So taxi light should have been on.
And Phoenix traffic, Skywest 3012 is airborne. We're climbing through 3000, departing out on the Keens 2 harbor transition for Phoenix last call.
Phoenix traffic, American 47 lining up runway 8 for cross traffic at 7 left. Standing by Phoenix. Reality, we really should have went 7 left.
Phoenix traffic, American 1823 is departing runway 7 left, Forp departure, Albuquerque transition, Phoenix.
We are lined up. Come on, Mike, get your lights on. You know better. Lack of sleep is starting to sink in just a little bit. Not too much. Nothing a good old energy drink Red Bull can't fix. Alright, he's rolling. He's actually on the same departure that we are on. So the 1823 that's departing on 7 left right now is departing on the same departure. So I'm going to give it about a minute and a half, 2 minutes for separation. I see him rolling right there. Once I see him airborne, then start the clock. We'll give it about a minute separation between us both. He's flying a different transition, so we're flying St. John's transition, but St. John is literally to the west of the Albuquerque VOR, so there's no difference, if I'm being honest. There he is right there. He is airborne. I'll go ahead and start the clock. Give it some time. We have no one on final, if I am not mistaken, which let me double check. We do not. We have no one on final. We're going to give him some time.
Phoenix traffic, American 1823 is passing 3,604, flight level 370, direct Sparky, Phoenix.
He's going to Indianapolis. There's a minute. We'll give him about another 15-20 seconds so we can get about 10 mile separation between us both. And then we'll get rolling. Alright, brakes are released, throttle's 740. Start the clock. And toga. Airspeed's alive. That center line does not look very center to me. 200 knots. V1 and rotate.
V1.
Slight back pressure. A positive rate of climb. Gears coming up.
Gear up.
Pitch the airplane for our climb. Brake come off. Gears set to off. Trim for pitch down. Don't want to give it too much forward pressure on the stick. Positive trend airspeed. There's flaps 1. There's some thrust reduction. Make sure we remain in that positive trend of airspeed. Alright. And flaps going up. Out of here. Start that left turn. Airplane pitch to maintain that 250 knots below 10,000. And Phoenix Truck American 47 has departed runway 8, climbing out of 5,800 on the Form 1 departure at St. John's transition. Final call, Phoenix. Pitch the airplane. You're looking good. Looking good. Still hand flying the airplane. It's flying very well right now. Enjoying it so far. Coming up 9,000 feet, go ahead and select autopilot on. And we're climbing. Turn the simulator down just a bit more. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. We'll get the landing lights off. Runway turn off, lights will come off, taxi lights are coming off, logo and light will come off. And we are on our way to Albuquerque. Man, that scenery looks beautiful. have to excuse me on this on Discord right now. Just looking at some stuff, trying to figure out how I can connect my YouTube to Discord. Connections. Shows it's already connected. Alrighty, we are on our way to Albuquerque. Headphone users caution. For 18,000 feet, we'll go ahead and set standard on the altimeter. I do want to do really quickly because I have not landed runway 3 before. I want to go ahead and step through this flight plan real quick, just to see what the arrival is going to look like. It seems very self-explanatory. Yeah, I like that a lot. It's going to be fun. Supposed to be tracking to the St. John view arm. Set 059 in our course books. Now it's not necessary to have all this set as if we're tracking a VOR, if we are doing VOR flying or not, but just as a secondary, I always tune the VOR on my flight plan just in case there is some sort of failure on the airplane and it cannot maintain its flight path on the LNAV. So I always set the VOR course just in case. Now this is going to be a relatively short flight. Smart Car is saying less than 30 minutes. So we're going to be getting to our top of climb and then starting our descent shortly thereafter. So for Albuquerque, it's the ILS 3. We're going to take a look at this chart. Our localizer frequency is going to be 111.5 with a final approach course of 34034. So what we're going to do here is we'll come down to our navigation stack, and we're going to set 111.5. Put that in the standby for the ILS to runway 3 into Albuquerque. We'll set our final approach course once we clear the St. John VOR. Arrival, I believe we're going to be going via KABQ. KABQ, maybe below 8,210 knots. Excuse me, just a second. I'm just getting our flight to Dallas all set up and ready to go. Level at 29,000 feet, we're going to be cruising for about 120 miles. So now we're just going to go ahead and chill and turn the simulator down just a little bit more. And there we go. Just hang out for now and go from there. It looks like we're booking it. Do we have a decent tailwind? Yeah, we're 540 knots, 549 knots on the ground speed. There's some traffic in the area, so I do have this guy in sight. There's the other one. Trying to think of time right now. We should have plenty of time. flight to Dallas is about an hour and 30-ish minutes, 2 hours, give or take. So I'm trying to think. Dependent on the time that we get down on the ground in Albuquerque will depend whether or not I can get to Dallas in time and still finish stream and start getting ready for work. So we will have to see once we get on the ground. If not, we can always do a shorter leg. We can always return to Phoenix. It's a shorter flight. Or we can just sit tight in Albuquerque and then do the Dallas flight tomorrow morning. But we'll see what happens. I should have enough time. I don't start working until 3 o'clock. It's a few hours from now. I have to factor in getting the simulator loaded, airplane all set up. You know what? We might just not even cut to the Be Right Back screen. We might just park at the gate, log our flight plan, and do a quick turnaround to Dallas. That's probably what we're gonna have to do. We'll just do everything turnaround state. We'll just keep it moving. Just turn and burn. Top of descent's coming up in about 60 miles. Reference page. How long is runway 3 at Albuquerque? It's 10,000 feet. We'll be just fine. We'll do a flaps 30 landing. 149 knots on the ref. Go ahead and brief the arrival. We are on the Burrito 1. Burrito 1. This arrival's making me hungry. Alright, so this is going to be our arrival into Albuquerque via KPHX. So we're flying via the St. John VOR and then to Tamale. It'll be below flight level 350, which we will be. We're cruising at 29,000 feet, so we'll be just fine. Then to Burrito, Elra, Shauna, then to KPHX, and then we will intercept the localizer for runway 3 at KPHX. Just gonna be right here, and then we'll go. No, runway 3 does have a VOR arc arrival, which is not something I have mastered. You know, I'm not going to say that I don't know how to do it, because I do. Excuse me. But it's been a very, very long time since I've flown something like that, so we're just going to keep it easy and fly the ILS via BIPCU. And then let's get our parking gates up. We're going to be looking for gate Bravo 3. Which will be terminal. And we will go from there. Alright, we are passing the St. John VOR. What I'm going to go ahead and do is tune to our ILS frequencies. I'm just going to put them in the active. And the final approach course of 034. So I'm going to get that set up. Sorry guys, it's still on the charts. Let's go ahead and put our ILS frequency at 111.5 in the actives. And set 034 on our approach course. Bottom altitude on this arrival is 8,000 for BIPCU. So I'm going to go ahead and set 8,000. We do not have any ATC online as of right now. I haven't gotten any contact me messages. Let me double check the scopes. Okay, Albuquerque approach is online, which I am going to be looking forward to. ATC has not been online when I fly at nighttime, so I'll be looking forward to retesting my skills and getting some ATC going. I don't know if we're close enough to pick up the weather. We can try.
1-1. Altimeter 3016. Simultaneous approach is in use. Arrivals expect visual approach runways 8 and runway 3. Departing runways 8 and runway 3. RMK Hertz northeast southeast notices to air mission. Read by hold short instructions. Taxiway H stand by on initial contact. You have information Alpha. Albuquerque International Sun Airport 8 TIS information Alpha 1652 Zulu. Webcom. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 21. 2.11. Altimeter 3016. Simultaneous approach is in use. Arrivals expected.
Alright, we got information Alpha on board. An Albuquerque approach. It's going to be 127.4. So I'm going to go and tune 127.4 in our standby. So when we get the ping to contact him, it is already in our frequency. I'm going to keep 118.0 in standby on the secondary on COM2 just in case the ATIS updates, which I doubt this. He just got online about 10 minutes ago and it updates every hour. So we are about 10 miles from our top of descent. So I'm going to go ahead and get our aircraft started on the descent. We're going to do an auto brakes 1 landing. start a slow descent. Airborne 26 minutes so far. Just gonna go ahead and get our flight plan set for our flight to Dallas. So when we get on the ground, we can just turn this baby around and get airborne again. There is some weather in the Dallas area, some thunderstorms, so fly a little bit of a southern route. Try to avoid that. Flight plan has been filed on SimBrief. I just have to file it on VATSIM. Pre-file that right now. It's been filed. We're going to be American 1670. The thing I'm going to have to do once we get on the ground and submit our PIREP is bid on that flight for American Virtual so I can get credit for that flight. Alright. We are on our way down. Sim sounds up just a little more for our arrival. And man, I've been really enjoying flying the 737 lately. Ever since I was tasked by the staff members at American Virtual to create that there's a contact me message from Albuquerque approach. Next pilot. I'll go ahead and get him, go ahead and contact him. Albuquerque approach. Good afternoon, American 487 descending at a flight level 200 on the Burrito 1 arrival. We have ILS 3 programmed with Alpha.
American 487, Albuquerque approach, squawk 0702.
0702 going in the box, American 487. Give him a flash.
47 radar contact, flight level 190, expect the ILS runway 3 and the Albuquerque altimeter 3015.
Expect the ILS runway 3 was 3015 on the altimeter for American 47. Alrighty, getting close. Now I'm looking at it, man. We should have plenty of time to get that flight down to Dallas. Scenery is just beautiful right now. I'm going to go ahead and select manual speed. So our next restriction is 250 knots for X marks, which is what we're coming up on right now. But I'm going to select 240 because this is going to be a sporty approach. As soon as we intercept the ILS, we're going to be on about a 10-mile final, so I want to make sure that we're getting set up early. Get some speed brakes out, help the airplane slow down. So we need to be at 210 knots for KABQ, which is about 15 miles, so 20 miles give or take. Stow the speed brakes. On 10,000 feet, we're going to get the landing lights on, runway turnoffs, taxi lights on, engine switches are continuous. I think I left those on by accident. And I'm going to go ahead and start slowing down now, just a little early. I do not believe he has anybody else in his airspace. He has one airplane, but that's the That's 1823, the guy who took off in Phoenix going to Indianapolis. We're the only one as a rival right now. And the ATIS information did update to Bravo. So going to get some flaps out. Our ILS frequencies are active. We have the course bug set. Click altitude intervene, get down to 8,000. I want to make sure that we're ahead of the airplane.
American 487, 5 miles from BIPQ, cross BIPQ at or above 8,000, cleared ILS runway 3 approach.
Across BIPCO at or above 8,000, cleared for ILS runway 3, American 487. Alright, the airport's in sight. We're getting cleared for the ILS, so I'm going to go ahead and arm the localizer. So we're basically already on an intercept heading. What is our go-around altitude on this approach? Go-around altitude is going to be a left turn to 8,000, so we're going to just keep 8,000 bugged. Start getting us slowed down to about 180 knots because we are on, what is this, about a 10-mile final. Slow down to 180. Flaps 5 coming out. Localizer is alive. We're going to arm the approach. Gears coming down. Go flaps 10.
Gears down,
Flaps
3
15.
green.
Slow to about 170. And airplane's pitching itself off. Crazy. Speed brakes armed. We're just waiting for the approach to come alive. It's coming down now. There's a glide slope. 149 was our VREF speed. So we're going to start getting slowed down to 149. Go flaps 25.
2,500.
And flaps 30.
American 487, runway 3, clear to land. The Albuquerque wind is 220 at 3.
Clear to land runway 3, American 47. Alright, we have been cleared to land. Landing gear is down. Alright, before landing checklist approach briefing has been completed, seatbelt signs are on, pilot announcement has been completed, recall has been checked. Auto brakes are as required, HUD has been set and as required. Not going to be using it. Radios and displays are set in cross-check, speed brakes are armed with the green light, gears down and green, flaps are set position 30 and green light. We are clear to land. Go ahead and take control of the airplane. Our throttles.
$1,000.
To the right of the center line, just make a slight correction.
500, 400, 300, approaching minimums. 200, minimum.
Landing.
Hold up, hold up, hold up,
100,
hold up.
Do not know why we're getting a chip whiz warning.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And we're down. Oh, what a greaser. Alright, spoilers are out, reverses are green. Floated it just a tad bit, but still in the touchdown zone. We're good. Alright, we're going to take it all the way down to Delta. My brakes. Versus a stowed, exiting at Delta. And approach American 47, vacated 3 at Delta.
American 487, taxi to the ramp via Delta, cross runway 8. Have a good day.
Alright, to the ramp via Delta, cross runway 8, and we will see you for the flight to Dallas, American 47.
47, roger.
Flaps coming up, get the airplane configured. That was a greaser. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Alright, we'll cross 8 at Delta, make a left turn onto Alpha and then into the terminal. Our gauge should be this one right here. APU spooled up. Into the ramp we go. And I love flying into Albuquerque. It's such a fun airport to fly into. Never landed on 3 before. That was an interesting experience. I liked that a lot. Parked at the gate. I'm going to step to the laboratory real quick, and then we will get all set up and ready to go for our flight to Dallas. I already have the flight plan filed with VATSIM. I already did everything in SimBrief, so it should just be a quick turnaround. Keep the APU spooled. Get the airplane fueled, set up, and ready to go. We're looking for gate... what was it again? Alpha 3. Bravo 3, I'm sorry. There's our gate right there, Bravo 3. Taxi light off, so we turn it into the terminal. Start getting turned in. Turned a little early. We'll be just fine. Come on, airplane. You can do it. Alright. Parking brakes are set. APU bleed is coming. Our gens are coming on. APU bleed is on. And engine 2 is coming off. Engine 1 is coming off. Anti-collision light is coming off. Get the pitot heat. Take the Lex off. Keep the APU running. Alright. Go ahead and turn the transponder off. Disconnect from VATSIM real quick, because I do want to see that landing. Let's go into replay mode real quick to get a quick couple of replays of that. Before we do that, let me file my PIREP before I give them 6 different touchdowns by looking at these replays.
$2,500.
All right, there looks good. Floated just a bit, but greased her. Still in the touchdown zone. That was a beautiful landing, if I do say so myself. They're a little left of center line. Just fine. Greased it. Very, very nice. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. All right, give me just 1 second, guys. I will be right back. I'm going to run to the lav, and then we will get our flight to Dallas started. All right. Let's go ahead and do a quick realignment on the IRSs. All right. Yaw damper is off. We're going to shut those fuel pumps on. We'll keep the left aft fuel pump running because the APU is going. All right. We're going to be cruising at 33,000 feet for this flight. I'm not really following a checklist or any flows or anything like that. I'm just getting us set and ready to go. We are American Flight 1670. Refresh this. That's him. We get smart cars running so we can get our flight starting to track. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to our menu. We'll go FMC, pause init, KABQ. Just set that there. Route Albuquerque to Dallas Fort Worth. We're American 1670. I'm assuming he's going to give us runway 8 for departure. 08 for departure. Activate and execute that. Alright, for right now, ACARS is running. We get the airplane fueled. Fuel weight and balance. Landing X. Oh, thank you. Alright, fuel, we need 17.4, 17,400 pounds. We're going to do 17.4 with a 0 fuel weight of 132.6. So we need to take... Why am I blanking right now? I need to take 1.6 off of the payload. 37,600. Lighten this up just a little bit. There we go. All right. Our fuel pump's running again. All right. Let's get our IFR clearance. We're going to be going to DFW. My route. Okay, my route. Minsno 3 departure to the Chisholm or Roswell VOR transition direct to the Big Springs VOR via Geeky, and then the Booth 6 arrival into Dallas. Alright, let's call up approach and get our IFR clearance. And Albuquerque approach, American 1670, we're back with you for our flight to Dallas, looking for IFR clearance to Fort Worth.
American 1670 Albuquerque approach, welcome back. Cleared to the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, Minsno 3 departure. And that's Charlie Mike Echo transition, then as filed, climb by a SID. Expect flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is with me, squawk 0740.
Already cleared into the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, Manzano 3 departure. Chisholm transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID. Expect 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is going to be 27.4 with you, and squawk 0740, American 1670.
American 1670, read back correct. Runway 8 for departure, call for taxi.
Alright, we'll expect 8 for departure, call for taxi, American 1670, thanks. Alright. Let's get this going. Alright, runway 8 via the Manzano 3, Chisholm transition. Alright. And then from there, we're going to head a route, and then we're going to be direct to the Big Springs VOR. Yep, Big Springs BGS, which is 117.2. Then direct to Geeky. There, we're going to jump on our arrival. Let me jump on flight radar real quick. Let me do a quick refresh of the weather in active sky so we don't get any weird weather spikes on our route down there. So DFW. Ooh. 17013 gusting to 22. Excuse me. So we're going to be landing south. Guarantee that. But let me go ahead and double check. Yep. Dallas is operating south. So what we're going to go ahead and do is get all set up for, let's see here. We're going to be parking at the A gates. So I want to try and get 17 center by the Booth 6. Yeah, I want to try and get 17 center. So I'm going to plan ILS 17 center via Bossy, I believe it is. Bossy on the Booth 6 Geeky transition. We're going to execute that. We're going to come over to our legs page, make sure we don't have any discontinuities in the flight plan, which we do not. Alright. Over to our in-air F page. Get everything all set and ready to go here. Cost index of 40, flight level 330 as our cruise. Winds are 285 at 6.5. An ISA deviation of plus 12. Alright, normal takeoff, T-rated climb. Flaps 5 per the usual. 4.5 on the trim. And we are all set and ready to go down here. Let me make sure we're at 4.5 because we are trimming a lot on that arrival. Alright, 4.5 is set. I believe it's still Information Bravo, I believe is still current here in Albuquerque. Let's just go ahead and double check that. Yeah, Information Bravo. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our anti-collision light on. Brakes are released to get the jetway to go away. Looking good. Looking good. Alright, we'll call for better pushback. Go ahead and start our
Hey,
pushback.
Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Go ahead and put us right here on the blue line. Taxi us out. Runway 8 is a very short taxi, so
Great news, Captain. Your tow's
we're
coming.
going to try and go without delay. 0740 we need in the box. 0740. Let's get our engine page back down here for engine start. That's a quick turnaround, huh? I like it.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
There's a screenshot if I've ever seen one.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Alright, brakes are released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Packs off. That's our landing elevation in Dallas. 606, we need to reset this. It's down to 600. Alright. Clear the gate, turn in 1. Wait for 25% N1, or sorry, N2. There's 25%. Introduce fuel. Alright, good start on 1. We're going to go to turn 2. Start valve is open. So climb by the SID, so we're going to set the top altitude of the SID, which is flight level 200. 140, so 164 in minus MCP, RVRF speed. Oh,
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Hot start in real life. We're just set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
It's recycling the flight directors. Alright, that's a good start on engine 2. Hydraulics on, get our pitot heat running again. Yaw damper on. Gen 1, Gen 2. APU bleed's coming off, packs are coming on. Quick recall. Good to go. Sorry, I know I'm moving quick. I just want to make sure that we get in the air and I have enough time to do this flight. Which we should. But still, I'd rather it be safe than sorry. Alright.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Alright, brakes are set RTO, set flaps 5. There's a signal and a pin.
American 1670 Albuquerque approach is logging off, going down to Phoenix. Switch to Unicom 122.8.
Alright, monitor Unicom 122.8 for American 1670. Thanks for the ATC on our last flight. We'll see you next time.
The next time, have a good one.
Alright, we're over to Unicom, so we are operating on our own. It's just fine with me. Albuquerque traffic, American 1670, taxiing runway A out of the terminal via Alpha. Albuquerque. You guys want to get a quick look at the departure. I'm on Manzano 3. Take off, max of 220 knots, climb to 6,000, then an immediate right turn. And then down to the Chisholm VOR. We're going to blast off out of here without delay. True 737 line pilots today. What was that turnaround time? Less than 20 minutes. Alright, we are taking the runway. Landing lights coming on, runway turnoffs coming on, logo and wing light, and our strobes are set. Throttles are already at 40. We're going to go ahead and turn onto the runway. Once we get semi-lined up, we're going to go ahead and hit toga. And we are rolling. Airspeed is alive. Turn the simulator back up. Hope you guys can hear it just fine. Maintain that center line. It's 100 knots. It's V1.
V1.
And rotate. We are airborne. Positive rate. Gears coming up.
Gear up.
Start trimming. Start making that right turn. thrust reduction. Flaps 1. You wonder why there's immediate right turn on that departure, and it's because all of this mountainous terrain that we have to avoid. Flaps up, get the terrain radar going. Let's maintain that climb. You'd be below 9,000 feet for UGLO, or UGLU. Start that right turn. Just go ahead and go altitude intervene. We're going to climb all the way up to 330. ATC got off, so it's just going to be us for right now. So I'm just going to climb up to our cruise. Auto brake's coming off. Set the landing gear to off. Autopilot is on. .250 knot restriction into Manzano. Past 10,000, we can get our landing lights off. Runway turn-off lights are coming off. Taxi lights can come off. Logo and wing light coming off. We are on our way. Absolutely beautiful. We can get some ATC into Dallas, man. I love flying into Dallas. Another one of American's hub. Excuse me. But yeah, Dallas has got some thunderstorms in the area. You can see what I'm looking at. So Dallas is here. We got all this in that area. So our flight is here. It's going to be tracking us down a little south, then crossing up to avoid these storms. Alright, coming up on 18,000 feet. Go ahead and set standard in the altimeter. And we're climbing. Good so far, looking good so far. Sorry, excuse me, just bumped my mic. Still using my headset mic. I got a studio mic for my birthday earlier this year, but that thing has just been such a royal pain in my ass. And not the mic. The mic works just fine, but the computer for some reason just does not have the setting that I need to have in order to have the playback in my headset. A live playback, so when I speak into the mic, I can hear myself talking, which is why I'm still using my headset mic, because I can hear myself talking right now. When I try using the blue mic, the Logitech blue mic, I can't hear myself, and I feel like I'm talking way too loud. So it's still something I'm trying to troubleshoot. It's taken me forever. I've tried everything. It's just not working. 1,000 feet to go. And we're cruising. Have to excuse me, I'm just looking into some overlays for OBS for when I'm flying. me see if this works. Aha. I like it. Now, let me see if you guys can see that. Yes you can. Let me see. It looks a little big in my opinion, so no. Come on, work with me here. There we go. See how it looks. Yeah. Looks alright to me, doesn't it? Let's see. Yeah, I like that. Looks good. Those are big. I just have to mess with the settings of it, the width of it. But yeah, it looks good. I like that. Yeah, cool. Oh, wait, what the hell? Why did it do that? Oh, I have to have it open. Ah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, well. Ah, there we go. Okay. Alright, I have to have this open in order for it to run. Ah, makes more sense. so far? Cruising, we got about 275 nautical miles to go. Still gonna mess with some stuff real quick. I want to try see if I can't get this to be a little bit smaller. So as of right now, it looks huge. That looks better. That looks a lot better. It's not so in your face. still messing with this overlay. Listen to. So we've got about 30 minutes left in the flight, give or take. Let's see. Make sure not to get copyright strike. See what this song is about. a bit of a funky song, don't you think? I like it. I don't know how I feel about this one. And I like jazz music, but I don't know how I feel about this one. That song was alright. Not the best, but it was alright. Nice little funky song right there. I'm trying to find anything too over the top. I know my intro and outro music is a bit much, but you know. Music is too loud. I need to turn it down, I guess. Let's have a little background music. That'll do it for the music for right now. It's getting close to our top of descent at 80 miles. Updated weather in Dallas. 210 at 17, gusting 23. 10 statute mile visibility, few at 5,500, few at 9,000, broken at 25,000. 34, 2987 on the altimeters. So we're still going to plan for 17. I do not think Dallas has gotten online again, which they have not. So we're going to be still planning for ILS 17 center. ILS 17 center. By the Booth 6 arrival. So we want to take a look at the arrival. Flying via Geeky, so we're going to be coming in from the west, flying around, and then we're going to fly a downwind, make a right turn, and then land onto 17 Center on this side of the airport. Which looks fine and sounds good to me. We are looking good. A little bit of weather over Dallas right now. Not too bad, but it's the reason our flight path took us this way because we don't want to fly all through all of this stuff here. So let me get the weather radar on just to keep myself in check. Oh, sorry, you guys are still on the... Right, and ref, we're going to move flaps 30, 148 knot on the reference speed. Just getting prepped for the arrival. Decision height, Cat 1 is at 200. So that's already set. Good to go. Apologize, guys. No, I've been quiet. Just been messing around with some stuff for the stream. Bottom altitude on our arrival is going to be 12,000 feet at Delmo, so I'm going to go ahead and get that tuned now. Our ILS frequency for 17 Center is going to be 110.3. Course of 176. coming up on our top of descent. We're about 20 miles till. About 10 nautical miles from our top of descent, so we're going to go ahead and go over the descent page, click descend now and execute it. Just get a semi-early descent started, so we're not blowing through our restrictions. Hope everyone's been enjoying the content so far. I'm going to try and keep it as consistent as possible. I want to stream at least 3 to 5 times a week. You know, the only days that I will not be streaming are on Fridays and Sundays, as those are my days to spend with my fiance. But every other day I do plan on streaming. What time? Don't know. I don't really have a set schedule when it comes to that. I just kind of stream when I have the availability to do so. And hopefully by putting myself through only a couple of hours of sleep today, so I can wake up early and get a normal stream schedule going, I can make it consistent. Just start streaming around 10 o'clock in the morning on 10 a.m. Pacific, I'm sorry, on the days that I want to stream. Just keep it consistent, whether it's Flight Sim or Formula 1 or Call of Duty. You know, the Call of Duty streams might be late night streams because, you know, that's usually when I'm online with my friends playing Search and Destroy and all that kind of stuff. As you saw a few nights ago, I streamed it just a little bit. But that was more of a test stream than it was anything else, because I was getting OBS set and ready to go, getting all the parameters and settings set so that the stream at least looks semi-decent. And hopefully over time, you know, I can start getting some better overlays and some custom stuff that's unique to my channel. And, you know, we can just start building the community and, you know, start fulfilling the dream of being a content creator. At some point I want to start focusing on recording and publishing and uploading videos, you know, 15-20 minute videos of flying or, you know, my Formula 1 career stuff that I do, or, you know, just football podcasts talking about the games, or talking about the Formula 1 races, or, you know, whatever it is. Or just normal days where we're just sitting there bullshitting with my friends. Whatever game I feel like playing, you know. I definitely want to give you guys some insight into UES roleplay. It's a roleplay community on the GTA 5M servers that's 100% law enforcement based. UES I've been a part of since 2016 or 2015, 2016, something like that. It's been 6 or 7 years that I've been a part of that community, and it is just absolutely fantastic. I can't say anything negative about them. You know, the only negative, and I wouldn't even say that this is a negative thing, I would say that this is more of a positive than is in anything, because we uphold standards when it comes to the type of roleplay that we get. Because if anybody here is what's the word I'm looking for? You know, I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. If anyone's familiar with the 5M's space and GTA 5 roleplay, you know that a lot of the roleplay servers that are out on 5M right now are just very much so DOJ hybrids. And when it comes down to that, that's where UES is unique, is because we've never gone away from what we do and what we did when we started. Everything that we do is based 100% on real-life law enforcement training and tactics. And in order to, you know, be a part of UES, you kind of have to go through the training and all that kind of stuff, which is training that's provided by real-life law enforcement officers. And if you want to read up on UES, you know, you can check out the website at uesroleplay.com. But you know, you get realism versus just playing a video game, and that's where roleplay comes into, you know, effect for me. Is I want something realistic, which is why, you know, you take that aspect of role playing on on GTA 5M with UES or whatever community you may be a part of. Take that mentality into flight simming, right? I love flight simming. I love aviation. You know, I fly for virtual airlines. You know, I try and keep it as realistic as possible. You know, and that's what I like about UES as well, is it keeps it as realistic as possible, law enforcement wise, to the best of our ability within the restrictions of GTA 5, because obviously there are restrictions. There's a lot of stuff that we can't do in the game that would be done in real life, but we work around it. You know, it's a fantastic community. I wish I could roleplay with them more often, but my work schedule just doesn't allow it. You know, I took a brief pause in activity with them, you know, last year and earlier into this year because of just some personal stuff that was going on. But, you know, it's a great group of guys. I've met a few of them in real life. And, you know, they're just real stand-up guys. You know, we don't just roleplay together either. You know, in the days we'll hop on, play Call of Duty or play Among Us, or, you know, had some Monopoly nights before. You know, we've gone on and played Monopoly together, Cards Against Humanity. It's just a great group of people, and you would never go a day without laughing, hanging out with those guys. So if you're interested, you know, feel free to check them out on their website. We have a Discord server. We can just go from there, and if you're interested, you know, feel free. Alright, coming up to 18,000 feet, we're getting there close. I'm going to set 2987 in the standby. That's a 210-17 gusting 23. So we're going to have a little bit of a sporting landing. The winds are not terrible, but they're gusting. Still no ATC? I do not believe so. Oh, DFW ground is online. Yeah, so we'll have ground when we get on the ground. There's going to be one plane on the ground in Dallas right now. Alright, through 18,000 feet, we're going to go and set 2987 in the altimeters. Our engine switches to continuous. plenty of time to do this flight. I thought we were going to be pressed for time, but I got plenty of time. ILS. This is Bossy for 6,000, Penny for 5, and Zing for 3. So we're going to try and get down to 3,000 for Zing. After Delmo, we'll probably just set 3,000 and descend all the way down. Fort Worth is right off our nose, 12 o'clock. We're just going to set 3,000 now. No, we'll set 4,000. Try and get between Bion and Ellery. I'm sorry, no, and between Penny and Zing, 4,000. Then we'll turn on base and intercept at about 4,000 feet. Sounds like a plan to me. So, we'll go speed, intervene. We need to be at 210 knots for this restriction. So the airplane needs to slow down. Get some speed brakes out to help the airplane slow down. Alright, we are slowly surely getting down to 210 knots. I'm going to get some flaps out. Let's go flaps 5. Yeah, we'll go flaps 5. We'll go altitude intervene. Let the airplane descend down to 4,000 feet. We hit Zing below 3,000, you can see here. So very slow restriction to be at 12,000 feet, but that's what the chart says, so better safe than sorry. Get some flaps out at 210 knots. speed brakes out and help the airplane descend. Passing through 10,000, get our landing lights on, runway turnoffs, taxi lights, logo, and wing light all coming on. See, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Between Penny and Zing for 4,000. Maybe below 3,000 for Zing. So we'll level off, we'll fly out just a little bit further, and then turn, intercept, and get our way into Dallas. Set our ILS frequencies, did we not? Yes, we did. 110.3, 110.3, 176, 176. We're looking good. Do an auto brake 1 landing per the usual. 1 is pretty typical. Anything above 1 is a little bit more aggressive. Dallas Fort Worth traffic, American 1670. We're on a downwind. We'll be turning right base for 17 center here in about 10 miles. Dallas. Dallas feet to go. Leveling off, gonna get the speed brakes in. No, we can actually go and arm the speed brakes. Alright, I'm gonna set us up for a eastbound turn. Turn base. Fort Worth traffic, American 1670, turning base for 17 center, Fort Worth. Got a Boeing 777 coming in as well. You see on the scope. Yeah, there he is right there, I think. Is that him? It's gotta be him. Not making any calls though, so I don't know specifically what he's doing or where he's going to be landing. I have no visual of him. He's right there. However, he's pulling up as a 747. Alright, we're going to send down to 3,000. And we're going to set us up for a intercept heading. Say about 140. Let's do a 150 heading. Arm the localizer. Yeah, we'll be just fine. Altitude intermediate is not working for whatever reason, so I'm going to go ahead and just manually descend us down. Alright, there's localizer. Forward traffic American 1670, turning final for 17 center, about 10 miles out, Fort Worth. Alright, 10 miles out, I'm going to dial in 190 in the speed. Arm the approach. Goron altitude is going to be 3,000 feet, which is already set.
2,500.
I'm going to go ahead and go flaps 10. Glide slope is live. Turn the simulator up just a little bit more for you guys. Slow down 180, 7.5 miles out, go gear down, flaps 15. Start slowing to our final approach speed.
Gear down, 3 greens.
It's going to be 148. So let's dial in 148, but we'll do VRF plus 5, so 153. Your sweet spot. Flaps 25. And flaps 30. Forward traffic American 1670 on a 5-mile final for 17 center, Fort Worth. Alright. Before landing approach has been briefed, seatbelt signs are on, pilot announcement has been completed, recall has been checked. Auto brakes are as required, HUD is set, not going to use it as required. Radios and displays has been set and cross-checked. Speed brakes are armed with the green light, flaps are set 30 degrees with the green light, and gear is down with the green light. We have been cleared to land 17 center. It's 1,000 feet checked. Go ahead and there's those winds. Take the airplane. Troubles are mine. traffic, American 1670, short final 17 center, Fort Worth.
500.
A little low on the glide slope, so I'm going to pitch up to correct. Catch that diamond. There's 2 white, 2 red on the poppy lights.
400.
A little bit right. Those winds gusting us right there.
Minimums.
Getting low again.
200.
Continue. Man, those winds are gusting, man.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
We're down. Versus out. That was a sporty one. Those winds were gusting. Versus down to idle. My brakes. Take the high speed to the right here. As we slow down. And we'll call it ground. Let them know we vacated at Mike 3 short of Kilo 8, I'm sorry. Alright, reverses are stowed. Start getting the flaps up. Speed brakes coming in, auto brakes are off. Landing lights can come off. Turn offs, taxi can stay on, engine switches over to the off position, logo light can stay on, that's fine. Strobe lights coming off. Go ahead and give ground a call. 121.65. 121.65. We are looking at for stand. Alpha 38. Let's take a look. Alpha 38. Should be a relatively simple taxi. Fort Worth ground, good afternoon, American 1670 just vacated 17 center at Mike 3. We're short of 17 right at Kilo 8, looking for stand Alpha 38.
American 1670 DFW ground, cross center 17 right at Kilo 5, taxi to the terminal via Kilo 5, Kilo.
Kilo 5, Kilo to the stand, and we'll cross 17 right, American 1670. Thank you. Alright, we'll get the APU fired up. That was a pretty nice landing, not bad. Firm, but not bad.
Yeah, DFW ground, American 745 heavy, radio check out of here.
Calling ground 5x5.
Okay, Roger, thanks.
He said Kilo 5, but I think he meant Kilo 8. And to the stand at Echo Kilo.
Aircraft frequency information Bravo is Alcohol winds on 200 at 1A, gusting 23, altimeter 290-830.
Good for this controller. tell he has a little bit of a speech impediment, but you know, he's speaking slowly. You can understand what he's saying. Very, very good job. It's something that means a lot to me. My older brother, grew up with a speech impediment, and that's a hard thing to work through, especially as an air traffic controller. I couldn't even imagine. Good for this guy. Definitely has my respect. Alright, coming in the terminal, taxi lights can come off. Our gate should be on the right hand side. Alpha 38 is the second to the last one, so it's our gate right over there. Line doesn't fucking go all the way down. Just stay in the center. I really wish someone would make a better DFW scenery for X-Plane. This is Aerosoft scenery, but this is gosh, it's got to be 7 years old already. Alright, Alpha 38. Go ahead and start making our turn in. Just waiting for the stop signal. There it is. Brakes. Parking brake is set. APU gens are coming online. APU bleed is online. Engine 2 shut down. And engine 1. And anti-collision light is coming off. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dallas. Bit of a sporty landing. You know, those winds were gusting a little bit. You know, it kept blowing me off center line. But nevertheless, a pretty decent landing. Smart Cars is reporting at negative 229 feet per minute, which is not bad at all. Very average landing, to say so myself. Check my PIREP real quick, make sure everything's set and ready to go, which it is. I'm going to go ahead and file that. Alright. And the flight has been filed. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright. Go ahead and disconnect from VATSIM. And Ground American 1670 at the gate. I want to appreciate your ATC services. Doing a fantastic job. We'll see you guys next time. Just give me a mic click. Alright, whatever. Alright, we'll go ahead and disconnect from VATSIM. Our PIREP has been filed. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect Fly Live. Go ahead and get the overlay gone. Let's take a look at some replays, huh? Not a bad day of flying.
2,500. 500. 400.
See, those winds were gusting me. Right over the threshold. Start the flare. And we're down just past the touchdown markers. Not bad at all. Firm, but not bad. Very, very nice landing. Not bad. Definitely firm, but not bad. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today. Really appreciate everyone that tuned in and, you know, stuck with it for the 3 hours we streamed today. I plan on doing some more. I've been looking into Frontier Virtual. I think I might dive into that. Might purchase the Tollus A320 Neo because that's something I've been wanting to buy. Of all the Tollus products, with the exception of the 320 Neo. But got a lot of plans going forward. You know I've been doing a lot of flight simming stuff, but like I said, this is gonna be a channel of variety. Might be streaming some other games here soon. Once I come up with a schedule and I get a little bit more in tune with how I want to do things, then we'll get things going and ready to go. But for those of you that did tune in today, I appreciate you guys. If you come across this video at a later time or date, feel free to hit the subscribe button if you like the content and give me a like. If you do not like, feel free to hit the dislike button. I'm open to constructive criticism all the time. And if you do subscribe, make sure you have the notifications on so you're notified anytime I'm uploading a video or conducting a live stream. And with all that being said, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, and we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I will see you guys next time. Have a good rest of your day.